Are you struggling with isolation? Me too. I was too. But I'm going to tell you something. Let's talk about it. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Tatika, a new esthetician and lash artist. And today I wanted to come on here really quickly and just help you guys out with isolation. Because I guarantee you the reason why you're struggling is because the way you were taught sucks. Yes, I said it. It sucks. So I'm going to make this really, really quick. Let me grab some tweezers. And what I think I'll do is I'll try to record and I'll insert a little video of me actually doing this to my daughter. I won't be lashing her. She already has lashes on, but I just want to show you guys what I mean. Okay, so here's my isolation tweezers, right? Here we go. My isolation tweezers. Nice little curve. All that kind of good stuff. Number one, make sure you have some really good isolation tweezers, okay? Now, make sure they're really, really sharp at the tips too. Okay, so I'm sure that what you're doing is, let's say this is a set of natural lashes. What I'm sure you're probably doing is, here's my isolation tweezers. I'm going in, I'm getting the natural lash I want to isolate in between, and then I'm opening up this way, right? Is that what you guys are doing? Sorry, this is complicated to do when you're holding the camera. So you're probably doing this, right? Yeah, this does not work for me. I use this method maybe very rarely, honestly. What ends up happening for me is, number one, the space between, now these tweezers open up pretty wide, so that's pretty good, but not all of them do. But what I found ends up happening is sometimes this is just not enough space for me to get in and place the lash. Or I notice that I end up sticking the lash to the tweezers, or I end up getting glue on the tweezers. So this method just does not work for me. What I like to do instead is I'll take the tweezers and move them to the side, and then, while I have this over here, I might come in and I might also use my finger to move these over as well. Sometimes I'll use tape, sometimes I'll just, I'll use the tweezers to get things out of the way, and then I'll lash this lash. I use my tweezers in all kinds of ways to isolate, and going in and getting a lash in the middle and isolating this way is very rarely the method I use. So you might find that you're the same way. This is a struggle for you. Stop doing it. Figure out other ways. Honestly, guys, just do what you need to do. Move it over, use your finger, use some tape, just don't be afraid to isolate different ways. There's more than one way to isolate, and none of them are wrong. I'm moving things to the side with my tweezers. I'm, having this over here with the side, using my finger to isolate the rest. I'm using tape. I'm using any type of method. My hand is on their nose. My hand is on their forehead. My hand is everywhere. Look, I'm already sanitized, okay? I wash my hands. I keep everything as sanitized as possible. So that ain't a worry, okay? Just that ain't a worry. I'm clean. So I don't mind touching the client's cheek. I don't mind touching their nose. I don't mind doing whatever I need to do to get that perfect isolation. We gotta stop. Look, I know that there are ways we were taught, and that is great. But I think what we need to start doing is understanding that the method that you were taught is just a method. It's not the end all be all. It's not the only way to do things. It's the method. It's what you learn when you don't know anything else. The beauty of growing in your passion and growing into what you learn is figuring out what to do to make it work for you. So just because you had a great teacher and your great teacher taught you this isolation method, number one, doesn't mean they're a bad teacher. It means that works for them, and that's a great place to start. But if you're struggling with that method, or you're feeling a little bit more secure and confident in your craft, start figuring things out. It's the same thing I say with tweezers. Just because a tweezer is called an isolation tweezer doesn't mean that you can't use it to pick up something. It doesn't mean you can't use it to place a lash. Doesn't mean you can't use it to fan. These are all guidelines that you need to start with, but then start figuring it out. It's because as long as you try to keep going the exact same way you were taught, you will never ever grow. Okay, so again, I just wanted to hop on here really quick. It was just in my mind. I'm in some Facebook groups and I see a lot of posts about struggling with isolation. And don't get me wrong, isolation is a beast, okay? Isolation is a beast, and it is the main focus of your lash set. It really is, because if you can't isolate, then the rest is ridiculous. But I think a lot of times it's complicated to us because we only try one way. We believe the only way to isolate a lash is this way. And really, guys, your client don't know what you're doing. They just know that when they lay down, they ain't got no lashes, and when they get up, they got some lashes. That's all they care about. That's all they care about. So you do what you need to do to get it done, okay? Okay? All right, I'm giving you permission to step out of the box of what you were taught and to figure out your own techniques so that this can truly become your craft. You can truly become a lash artist, not a lash tech, and you can truly feel comfortable about doing a lash set versus having anxiety and just worrying and stressing and doing all that other kind of stuff because you can't get one method you were taught, okay? All right, so I hope this information helps someone else out there. If it did, please give this video a thumbs up. And while you're here on my channel, take a look around, see what else your girl has to offer. And if you're liking what you're seeing, hit that subscribe button. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.